My name is Jason Hammel. I'm the chef of Lula and Nightwood, both restaurants. I'm making a sweet cornmeal porridge, like a breakfast porridge with some preserves, just taken from the market from Seedling Farms, honey from Ellis, the cornmeal's from Tracy at Three Sisters, and we're going to be making ricotta with milk from Kilgus Dairy. I did spice the honey. That include cardamom, star anise, you know, your usual like sort of mulled cider spices, but also saffron, clove, and a little bit of thyme, allspice. I added the spices to that honey and let it simmer on a low flame and just infuse, and added a splash of champagne vinegar and a little bit of water, and then brought it down till it was reduced. Ricotta from fresh milk. A little point about it is that it is curdy and still moist without being glossy and goopy. I heat our milk up to 190 degrees and then break it, which means I add lemon juice or citric acid. As you're heating the milk up, of course, it's going to want to scorch, so you do need to sit on it. And then I like to spin in one direction so that I can watch what happens. Once you get the milk spinning, I literally sit there with the lemon juice and watch it. This is not a recipe, like I was saying before. It's a guide, you know, and this is just for, you know, your home use. Obviously, cheesemakers will have a lot more to talk about with respect to it. So I spin it, I watch it, and wait for it to break, and it's starting to now. And I keep moving it around, and it's the curds will center. If you do that, the curds will go in the center. Let's see if I can show you. You can see. Can you see that there are curds forming on the spoon? So as soon as they form, I'm going to just add just a little bit more to make sure it's happening thoroughly, and then stop. I'm going to spin it around a little bit, crank the heat, and then let it heat from the bottom so that the curds come together. So these curds are forming together, and we take our cheesecloth lined, you know, chinois or whatever you have, a colander. Let's see if I can do this. You guys see what's going on here? And got a little cheese packet here, okay? So what I like to do is tie it off and let it sit and drain thoroughly. We typically drain it for an hour. And then what we do is we take it out, and it's probably a little drier than we want it, but we look at it and we analyze it and say, how dry do we want it? How wet do we want it? We've reserved the whey for that hour, and we will add whey back into the curds according to our desired consistency for what we're doing with it. The porridge is super simple. When I'm doing it, I'm thinking about how to make the most flavor in the pot, and I'm taking a lot of techniques from savory cooking. So we're going to start with some butter. So I'm going to start with the fat and infuse a lot of flavor into the fat. And I'm going to add my spice mix directly into the butter. So you're getting a nice yellow color. Add some kind of stone fruit or tree fruit preserve into the fat right now, and then deglaze it like you would a chicken sauce or something. Your favorite bottle of sweet wine. This is a Prosecco. It's not super sweet, but it has good like aromatic qualities. So we had our glaze. We deglaze with the wine. We're also going to add cider, and we'll simmer this for a little while to try to intensify the flavors there, and then we'll add water and come to a boil, and then we're going to add the cornmeal. I recommend the longest possible cooking time you can muster. Notice it'll turn to have this sort of glossiness in the polenta that you'll notice is different than it had been before, and it's the sign of it transforming and being fully cooked.